He always said we shouldn't post our relationship online. I thought he was just private. Then I found his TikTok account. He was posting couple videos with someone else. I duet his latest video with one of my own. It went viral overnight. He called me screaming. I just said, "Now you're officially internet famous." I, 32 female, was with Marcus, 35 male, for 2.5 years. We lived in Columbus, Ohio. I met him at a wedding. One of those random nights that starts out boring and ends with someone new sitting across from you, making you laugh so hard your stomach hurts. That was Marcus. He was smooth, easy to talk to, funny, but not in a show-off way. We started dating a week later. He had this way of making you feel like he really saw you. He asked good questions, remembered little things, and always made me feel safe. The kind of guy who'd warm up your car in the winter. The kind of guy who always opened your door. But early on, he said something that I didn't love. "I don't think we should post about us online." It came up casually. I had taken a picture of us at a park. Just one of those sunny Sunday afternoons. I liked the way it turned out and said I might post it. He didn't yell or get angry. He just smiled and said, "Let's keep this between us." I've seen what happens when couples put everything online. It gets messy. I want us to be solid, real. I thought, okay, that's reasonable. Not everyone needs to see our every moment. Maybe he was just private. I actually liked that idea that we were something real, something better than the shallow stuff you see online. I never pushed it again. In the years that followed, I barely posted anything about him. A picture of his hand holding mine once, a blurry photo of a plate of food across the table. He never posted me, not even on birthdays. I figured he just wasn't into social media. He had an Instagram but barely touched it. No Facebook. He joked that TikTok was for teenagers. That's what I believed. Until a week ago. It was a normal Wednesday. I had a late lunch break at work. I'm a nurse, and some shifts feel like you're sprinting on broken legs. I sat in the break room, scrolling TikTok, trying to numb my brain. That's when I saw it. It was one of those couple videos with cheesy music and some quote like, "The best part of my day is you." The video starts and I swear my heart stopped. It was Marcus. My boyfriend. My Marcus. He was holding another woman, wrapping his arms around her from behind, kissing her cheek, both of them laughing like idiots. I stared at it for a full minute, not breathing. He looked happy, comfortable, natural, like he'd done it 100 times before. I clicked the profile. The username was some cutesy combo of their names at Mark and Ratch. My stomach twisted. Rachel. I didn't even know a Rachel. Their whole page was packed with videos. Morning routines. Grocery runs. Pillow fights. Him massaging her feet on the couch. Her kissing him in bed. My blood turned to ice. They had been posting videos for months. He had more than 60,000 followers. People in the comments saying things like, "I want love like this," and "You two are perfect." One girl even said, "Y'all are the reason I believe in soulmates." I wanted to scream. I scrolled back, looking at dates. Their first trip together was 3 months after our last anniversary. He was calling me baby while calling her my forever to the whole damn internet. I didn't cry. Not yet. I just shut the app and sat there, breathing like I had run up 10 flights of stairs. That night, he texted me like normal. "How was work, babe?" I didn't respond. I couldn't. I was shaking. I watched every single one of their videos. I studied her face. I watched how he touched her. I looked at his apartment in the background of one video, the same apartment I'd been in 100 times. Same couch. Same goddamn throw pillows I helped him pick out. I went back to TikTok and waited. The next day, he posted a new video. It was him and Rachel sitting at a diner. He fed her a bite of pancakes. The caption was some nonsense about Sunday sweetness. I snapped. I opened TikTok and hit duet. I recorded myself in my scrubs, hair a mess, eyes dead. No music. Just me. I said, "This man told me we shouldn't post our relationship online. Said it ruined things. Said he wanted to keep us private. We've been together 2.5 years. And now I find out he's been doing this the whole time." Then I added photos, texts, us on the beach, his name on my phone under Marcus Rehart, a video of him kissing me on New Year's. I posted it and turned off my phone. Next morning, it had blown up. People were angry. The comments were brutal. Thousands of women tagging their friends. People finding his account, stitching my video, tearing him apart. He called me 10 times, left voicemails, then texts, then a voicemail that was just him screaming. I finally answered. He yelled, "What the F **K did you do? You ruined everything. Everyone's messaging me. Rachel's freaking out. I lost brand deals. I cut him off." I said, "Now you're officially internet famous," and hung up. The next 2 days were chaos. My TikTok notifications were out of control. I had people messaging me from every corner of the internet. Some were women who'd gone through the same thing. Some were just there for the drama. A few were even asking for interviews. I didn't say yes to anyone. I didn't make another video. I just let that one sit. It did all the talking. Marcus went silent after that phone call. But Rachel didn't. She messaged me. At first, it was polite. Almost too polite. She wrote, "Hey, I just saw your video. I didn't know about you. I swear. Can we talk?" I didn't respond right away. I was still too raw. But then curiosity got the better of me. I agreed to meet, not to fight, not to yell. I just wanted to see her face. I needed to know who she was, what she knew, how long she'd been living in the same lie. We met at a coffee shop near Ohio State's campus. She looked just like in the videos. Pretty, clean-cut, friendly in a fake kind of way. But her face looked worn out now, like she hadn't slept. She slid into the seat across from me and said, "I'm so sorry." I said nothing. She kept talking. She told me Marcus said he was single when they met, that he claimed he was done with dating before her, that she thought the videos were just fun couple content, nothing serious. Then she dropped a bomb. "He proposed to me last month." I blinked. "What?" "Yeah," she said, looking embarrassed. "He said he wanted to announce it online next week. We were planning to do this big reveal video." I stared at her, mouth open. I had no words. Then she asked, "Did he ever say anything about a baby?" I laughed. Actually laughed, right there in the cafe. "No." "Why?" She looked away. "Because I'm pregnant." I sat back, stunned. This man wasn't just lying. He was building 2 futures, 2 homes, 2 lives, 2 women who didn't even know about each other until TikTok brought us together. I asked if she was keeping it. She said yes. I asked if she was staying with him. She hesitated. "I don't know. Maybe. I still love him." I nodded slowly. "Well, I hope you like sharing." Then I got up and left. Later that night, Marcus texted me again. This time, it was long. A whole apology essay. The kind where they say, "I never meant to hurt you and I got in over my head." He begged me to take the video down. Said it had cost him sponsorships, his image, his family was asking questions. I didn't reply, but I had an idea. He liked being online. He liked playing the good guy, the cute, reliable boyfriend. He thought he was smart, keeping me and Rachel apart. He used social media to build his little fake kingdom. So I used it to burn it down. I found every brand he'd ever tagged or mentioned. Every sponsor. I sent them a short, polite message. Attached my video. I didn't say anything crazy. Just, "Is this the type of influencer you want representing your company?" I also posted a follow-up. Calm, measured. I thanked people for the support. And I made one thing clear. Marcus didn't make a mistake. He made a series of choices. Deliberate ones. Over and over. Rachel saw it. She liked it. Then she messaged me again. You were right, she said. He's still lying. I found messages to another girl. I'm leaving. I felt nothing. No anger. No victory. Just a quiet, hollow calm. He tried to control everything. Keep things private. Keep things hidden. But the one thing he couldn't control was the truth, once it got out. And now? Everyone knew who Marcus really was. A week passed. The video kept gaining traction. It passed 5 million views. I had reporters reaching out now. Actual reporters from online blogs, even a local Columbus news outlet wanting to do a story on relationships and digital betrayal. I ignored them. I didn't want to be famous. I just wanted the truth to stick. Then something happened that threw me off balance again. Rachel reached out. Not by text this time, she showed up at my apartment. I opened the door and there she was, standing there with red-rimmed eyes and a folder in her hand. She looked different. No makeup. No fancy hair. Just real. I need to show you something, she said. I let her in. She sat at my kitchen table and opened the folder. Inside were printed emails, screenshots, handwritten notes. One of the emails caught my eye. It was from a rental company, dated 2 months ago, addressed to Marcus. It was about a lease application. In Chicago. Wait, what is this? I asked. She took a breath. He wasn't just building 2 relationships. He was planning to move. I stared at her. Move where? She looked me in the eye. With me. But not just that, he told me he had to tie up loose ends in Columbus. That's why he didn't want to announce the engagement yet. My stomach turned. That meant he had planned to just vanish. Quietly phase me out. Move out of state, start a new life with her, and never look back. No breakup talk. No goodbye. Just one day I'd show up and he'd be gone. And it gets worse. Rachel flipped to the next page. It was a list. A literal, typed list titled, Transition Plan. He wrote it. It had dates, steps, notes like, start pulling back from OP emotionally, pick a fight about work schedules, create natural distance, prep Rachel for move, avoid suspicion, sell old couch, blame new job. I nearly threw up. He was calculating everything, treating us like business projects. Every moment I thought was just part of a rough patch. The way he'd gotten colder lately, the excuses for missing weekends, it was all on the plan. I looked up at her. How did you get this? She swallowed hard. I logged into his email. After everything, I needed to know who I was dealing with. She slid me a USB drive. He's been talking to more women. Some in DMs. Some through dating apps. I screenshotted everything. I didn't know what else to do with it. You started this. I figured you should decide what to do next. I held the drive like it was a loaded gun. Later that night, I opened the files. There were chat logs. Dozens. Women flirting with him. Him making plans. Him using different names sometimes. One girl sent him money. Another had a flight booked to visit. It wasn't just me and Rachel. There were others. I called Rachel. You sure you're pregnant? She sighed. I got the ultrasound. He doesn't know yet. My mind was racing. He thought he could disappear. But now I had the map. Every lie. Every step. Every girl. Every receipt. All documented. And suddenly I realized something. This wasn't just about revenge anymore. This was about accountability. I sat with that USB for 2 days. I didn't rush. I didn't act out of anger. I just read, watched, listened. Everything on it painted the full picture, not just of Marcus cheating, but how deep the lies went. He used women for money, for housing, for travel. He told them different stories. Sometimes he was single and heartbroken, sometimes recently divorced. Sometimes he even said he had no family. He molded himself into whatever they wanted. And I started to feel sick because I realized I let this happen. Not on purpose, but by ignoring small things. Shrugging off red flags. Believing him when my gut said something was off. I thought being low drama made me smart. Turns out it just made me easy to fool. But not anymore. I reached out to one of the women from the USB files. Her name was Tanya. She lived in Indianapolis. She'd sent him $300 for car repairs just 2 weeks before my TikTok blew up. I messaged her and sent proof of who I was. We talked. Then I found 2 more. One in Pittsburgh. One in Cincinnati. Rachel helped me reach out to them. She felt betrayed too, not just by Marcus, but by herself. She didn't want to be silent anymore. She also told me something else. I'm not keeping the baby, she said quietly. I can't raise a kid with someone like this. I can't even trust my own judgment right now. I respected that. So we came up with a plan. Each of us, me, Rachel, Tanya, the other girls, started posting. Nothing wild. Just simple videos with proof. Messages. Voicemails. Screenshots. We tagged each other. Stitched each other's stories. We never said anything hateful. We didn't have to. The truth was enough. It exploded again. Marcus tried to fight back. He posted some weak My Side of the Story video where he cried and said he was mentally unwell. Claimed we were attacking him for clout. But it didn't work. Too many voices. Too much proof. People were stitching his apology with sarcasm, calling him the TikTok Tinder swindler. Then it got worse for him. Turns out one of the brands he worked with was owned by a woman. A woman who saw every one of our videos. She dropped him. Publicly. Said her company stood with women telling the truth. That opened the floodgates. His reputation crumbled. And then came the final blow. Someone found out he'd lied on his rental application in Chicago. Claimed he had no debt, clean background. The landlord pulled the offer. Someone else, one of the other women, filed a fraud report over the money he took from her. It wasn't a lot, but it opened a case. Now he had a police record. His online accounts got flooded with hate. He deleted everything. He tried calling me again. One last time. I let it go to voicemail. He sounded defeated. I lost everything. You happy now? I didn't respond. What could I say? This wasn't about being happy. It was about not letting someone like that walk away clean. He played with people's lives. Mine. Rachel's. Tanya's. Who knows how many more. But here's where I messed up. In the middle of it all, I started enjoying the power. I liked the attention. I posted one too many videos. Shared one too many private messages. A few people called me out. Said I was getting messy. Said I looked just as bad now. And maybe they were right. I turned something real into something viral. And that's the part I'll always sit with. I got my revenge, but I lost a part of myself in it. I deleted my TikTok a week later. Rachel moved out of her place and started over. She's in therapy now. Tanya blocked Marcus everywhere. The other women stopped responding after a while. I don't blame them. They wanted to move on. Me? I'm still in Columbus. Still working. Still healing. I go on walks now without my phone. I don't chase closure anymore. I got mine, and I made sure he felt it too. Marcus is gone from the internet. But not from the memory of every woman he hurt. And me? I learned that silence doesn't keep you safe. Speaking up does.